The Doubling Exorcism Case. Austria's most chilling paranormal incident location, Doubling, 19th District, Vienna. Time, winter of 1926. Victim, Maria S., age 54, widow of a World War I officer. The beginning of the unseen. Maria S. was well liked in her Doubling neighborhood. She was often seen feeding birds, attending Mass daily, and speaking gently to the children on her street. But after her husband died in the war, something in her changed. At first it was grief, then it became something darker. Neighbors noticed her talking to herself often at night. Soon the voices weren't hers alone. People walking past her home heard arguments, male and female voices, but she lived alone. A neighbor claimed she saw Maria arguing in Latin one night through the window, though Maria never went to school beyond primary level. Darkness takes hold. Maria stopped attending church. Her curtains remained drawn, and visitors noticed a smell of rot and sulfur in her home. Her closest friend, Elise, visited her one afternoon and fled the house in terror, saying, "Her eyes weren't her own. Something else was looking at me, through her." The parish priest, Father Anton Wernicke, visited soon after. Religious icons were defaced, some smeared with what appeared to be blood. Maria greeted him with a smile, but then spoke in perfect ancient Greek, quoting the philosopher Heraclitus. Then she screamed, "The dead are not quiet. He's here, he wants me." Possession confirmed. Father Anton sent reports to the Archdiocese of Vienna. The church initially dismissed the claims as hysteria or mental illness. But after a doctor and a nun witnessed furniture levitating, and Maria speaking in at least 4 ancient dialects, Latin, Greek, Aramaic, and Coptic, the Vatican granted permission for an exorcism. The exorcism, Day 1. A full team of 3 priests, a nurse, a psychiatrist, and a local bishop arrived on December 11, 1926. The temperature dropped noticeably when they entered Maria's flat. Candles refused to light, a mirror shattered on its own. When Father Anton began the ritual, Maria contorted violently, her spine arching back at impossible angles. She screamed names of the priest's sins, things no one could have known. She began levitating, vomiting dark liquid, and laughing in multiple voices, male, female, and something beastly. The final hour. On the 3rd day of the exorcism, Maria's body went cold mid-ritual, though she was still speaking. The bishop tried to recite the final rites, but Maria lunged at him, biting through his stole. Suddenly, she went silent. Then, with a final agonizing shriek, her body slammed against the wall and dropped to the floor. Her last words were, "He promised me eternity, but not peace." Aftermath and secrecy, the apartment was sealed. The church buried Maria in an unmarked grave and never acknowledged the case officially.